Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce me.
Good morning, good morning. We danced the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning! We are doing some quarantine food today. We are keeping it casual. As you can see, I am in my reindeer pajamas. We're doing breakfast food this week. I know I've teased it all over my Instagram. You guys have been maybe wondering what I've been making. The secret is out. We are making overnight French toast crumble. Such a treat. Perfect thing to do for like a Christmas or just, you know, quarantine. We need some bread. We want something easy. We don't want to be over the stove frying it, flipping it. This is the dish. All right, everyone. It is that exciting time when we go through all of the ingredients we're gonna need to make this amazing French toast crumble. So first, the star of the show, we have some challah bread. That's right, challah. And then we've got 7 eggs here, neatly placed. We've got some whole milk, some cold butter, vanilla extract, pinch of salt, some cinnamon. We've got some heavy cream, some flour, and some brown sugar. And this is all gonna assemble into an amazing morning breakfast delight. Let's dive in. So we're starting with this very special bread called challah bread. That's right, challah. It's really good, it's soft, it's flavorful. So the first step to this whole thing, get the loaf, dice the loaf. We're gonna go from there. So what I like to do is take the whole bread, cut them into slices, and then from there cut them into about 1-inch cubes. Alright, so that's all the bread diced. So we are going to whip together that creamy custard that goes over the whole thing, and I will take you along for the next step. Alright, this is everything that we're gonna need on the table for the custard. We're gonna whip this up in no time. So I've already got some sugar in a bowl, and what I'm gonna do to that is add my whole milk. This is no time for skim or any of that. Like we're indulging ourselves, so we're gonna go in with the whole milk. And then along those same lines of indulgement, we've got 1/2 cup of cream. Whoop, right in. And we've got a tablespoon of vanilla extract. It's the good stuff. And we got a lot of eggs, but this is what's gonna make this be French toast-like. So what I'm gonna do is put all these into here, and I'll meet you back for the stirring. Okay, so all that's left now is to stir this amazing mixture and pour it over our challah bread over here. So I'm just gonna beat it together. I know it seems like a lot of liquid, but since we're doing this overnight, the bread has time to absorb it and get all of that really good flavor in there with the custard. And the next day when we bake it, it's gonna be perfect. Just make sure you get everything totally incorporated. All right, once it's fully mixed, here's the part I'm a little bit nervous about. It's making sure we can get all this into here without it going all over the table. So let's just dive right in. Little bit of mixture across every bit of bread. So nothing gets left out. Doing pretty well so far here. So good. Again, just making my rounds. Look at that. Oh, we don't want to leave these guys out. Okay, and so that is it for the basis of the bread. Now all we have left to do is make that crumble topping. Wait at least 8 hours for this. Toss it into the oven, and we've got our amazing breakfast ready to go. All right, guys, we are on the last steps of our quarantine breakfast meal. You might be wondering what this is. This is the closest thing I had in my kitchen to a pastry cutter. So if you have one of those, you're ahead of the game. I ordered mine, but Amazon is backed up, you might be noticing during this time. So we're gonna get a little bit of an arm workout and smash some of this cold butter into the mixture, get exciting, get a little crazy. We'll see how it goes. So what we're gonna do first is very carefully, might I add, we are going to cut down the middle of this butter carefully. I mentioned you want it to be really cold because then it melts in with the mixture. And then what we're gonna do is just cut it into 4s. Just like that, carefully. I'm doing my best not to get stabbed on camera. Here we go. And just like that. Full stick goes in. Okay. And then to that, we're going to add our cinnamon and salt. This is all the flavor makers, so you need that pinch of salt. We've got our brown sugar, little sugar, and some flour, which will help it crisp up. So that's all together, simple crumble topping. But I did want to mention, this is about to be popped into the fridge for a full night, and we're gonna put this full crumble over it once it's ready to be baked, so not until the morning. So let's get into mashing with our potato masher here. I'll see you guys a couple hours when this is done. Alrighty, so what felt like 3 hours later, because of our pastry cutter debacle, we now have this amazing mixture, which I'm tempted to eat. Just like this, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is let it sit overnight alongside the mixture, just in a little plastic bag here. And then in the morning, when the mixture has fully sat and soaked up all that amazing custard, we will pour this goodness, sugary goodness over the whole mixture and bake it to golden brown perfection. So I can hardly wait, but I'm gonna leave it in the fridge and I'll come back and see you guys for the final steps before we bake this thing. All right, so it is that time. This dish has been sitting for the amount of time it needs. We're gonna go ahead and sprinkle our crumble mixture. The nice thing about leaving it in the fridge for the same amount of time as this is the butter has gotten all cold again. So basically all we need to do, you can even roll out of bed exhausted doing this. It's so easy at this point. We're gonna take the full mixture, just like this, and spread this amazing goodness. It's gonna brown up and the butter will melt, and it's just gonna be so amazing. So what you wanna do is just spread it out just like this. Make sure that every little bit gets a little bit of that crumb topping, just like that. And that's it. That's all there is to it. we are gonna toss this into the oven with some foil on for the first half of the time. We'll take the foil off and it will be ready to cut a slice, and I can show you guys what this crumble looks like. All right, 30-minute checkpoint. We are gonna take the foil off. It already smells amazing, look at that. Wow, so now what we're gonna do is pop it back in, let this all crisp up, and we should be ready to go in like 20 minutes. Smells so good. See you when it's done. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Woo! Man, oh man. Look at that bubbling. Our house smells incredible. We're gonna dive into this, do the first cut, put some maple syrup on that bad boy, and enjoy. All right, guys, we're done. Didn't take very long at all. Tossed it in the oven. It's golden brown. Let's cut into this. Look at that. Perfectly crisp on the top, soft on the side, and to top it all off, as if it's not perfectly sweet enough, we're gonna go in with some maple syrup. Oh yeah. Look, how good does that look? All right, guys. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.